If we have a little look at this diagram, we can see where this slightly different conversion comes from. Here I have two identical squares. They're exactly the same in length, except this one I've decided to call 1 meter by 1 meter. And this one, instead of calling it meters, I've decided to call it centimeters, 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. Now, if you notice, when we work out the area of this square, this is 1 meter squared, because 1 times 1 is 1. Now, normally you'd think, okay, well, if it's 1 meter squared, that must be the same as 100 centimeters squared, because 100 centimeters is the same as 1 meter. But it doesn't work that way, because not only do you have to convert this to 100, you also have to convert the other side to 100 as well. So what actually happens is you get 100 times 100, which is 10,000. So actually, the conversion between meter squared and centimeter squared is actually 10,000. So you can draw this little diagram as well. The way I like to think of it, though, is not quite 10,000, but I like to think of it as the normal conversion rate that you would normally know, but squared. Yeah. So the conversion between meters squared and centimeters squared is 100 squared. The conversion between meters cubed and centimeters cubed is 100 cubed. Yeah. So just think of the normal conversion and then square it or cube it, depending on what kind of unit it is. I'm going to do 3 examples. I'll show you what I mean, and then you're going to do 3, and then we can move on to the more precious stuff. Right. So first one, convert 35 centimeters cubed into millimeters cubed. Right. Well, the first thing I need to think about is the normal conversion from centimeters to millimeters. Now, normally, if I go from centimeters to millimeters, I multiply by 10. And if I go from millimeters, I divide by 10, because I get less centimeters for my millimeters. But it doesn't want centimeters to millimeters. It wants centimeters cubed to millimeters cubed. So if I want to convert from centimeters cubed to millimeters cubed, I've got to multiply by 10 cubed or divide by 10 cubed. Okay, so I'm going from centimeters to millimeters. So that means I'm going to multiply by 10 cubed. So all I need to do is 35 multiplied by 10 cubed. Okay, hold on, I need to calculate. 35 multiplied by 10 to the power 3, and that gives us 35,000. Okay. That'll be 35,000 millimeters cubed. All right. Okay, next one. Move up slightly more. Convert 4.5 meters cubed into centimeters cubed. And again, you don't have to do this every time, but at first, it's a good way to make sure you don't make a mistake, this flow diagram. 4.5 meters cubed to centimeters cubed. So if I'm going from meters to centimeters, well, because meters are larger, I'm going to have to multiply by 100, because I get more centimeters for my meters. If I come back this way, I've got to divide by 100. But we're not converting from meters to centimeters, are we? We're converting from meters squared to centimeters squared. So again, meters squared to centimeters squared, the conversion is 100 squared. And the division is 100 squared too. So I'm going from 4.5 meters to centimeters. So I've got to multiply by 100 squared. So that's 4.5 multiplied by 100 squared. Okay. So again, put that in the calculator. So that'll be 4.5 times 100 to the power 2, which gives us 45,000. So that'll be 45,000 cm squared. Great. Right, last one, and then I'm going to give you a couple to try. 90 millimeters squared to centimeters squared. So again, I'm just going to do my flow diagram. I don't want to make any mistakes here. So from millimeters to centimeters. Well, the normal conversion, because I get less millimeters for my centimeters, I would divide by 10. And to get the other way, I would times by 10. But again, we're not doing millimeters to centimeters. We're doing millimeters squared to centimeters squared. So millimeters squared centimeters squared means we divide by 10 squared, or times by 10 squared. Yeah. So I'm going from millimeters to centimeters this time, so I'm going to be dividing. So if I do 90 millimeters, sorry, 90 divided by 10 to the power 2, which is 100. It's 90 divided by 100, I should know this off by heart, 0.9, of course, is 0.9 centimeters squared. Right, have a little go at these three. Once you've got all three answers, you can put them in the chat.